Cancer. Everything looks good. Okay. So, I got this download last night about this reading because I was contemplating if I was going to do this Cancer reading last night or not, or if I was just going to chill, and I decided just to relax and not do it. And it's been like sitting on my chest all morning. And I didn't know if I was going to put it through as a general reading, but because Cancer is the Chariot, and love and relationships is kind of what this is under. What it is about the monster that's next to die. So, the exact way I actually put it, yeah, the monster the monster next to die, devil energy attached. I forgot I wrote devil energy attached. So, weekend dance. I have the weirdest song in my head right now. So, let's see what they want to give me about this person who is going to die. Okay, this is really weird. How many times do I say that? I get tarot cards and then I say, this is weird. Like, why do I do that? I don't know. Okay, well, this is why I said it. Girl with the snake and the snake. So, what I feel like is this is somebody right here. Okay, so somebody is, they're waiting for a message to come through, okay? And then the first card we got was seduction, but in reverse. And then the girl with the snake, and then the snake, and then cassette. That's my deck, and I just like to pull cards from my deck because I designed it. I know how to communicate with it really well. So, this is fucking crazy. So, so I got the energy for this girl with the snake, and seduction. So this is a feminine energy here. Okay, that's an enemy. It's an enemy. This person, it's really creepy why they got attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation. It's third-party interference. So the reason why this monster dies, okay, and why the devil energy is attached to this is because this person is a threat to you, and they're a third-party interference. So they're interfering with your life in some way. But it's a third party. Do you know how long it took me to really figure out and break down the depths of what a third party can do? I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Yo. I was going to say Yo. Oh. It's actually a Shakespeare play that was made into a movie. And it's about a man named Odin and how he gets his friends, okay? It's one person, okay? One person, which is played by Hugo. His name in the movie is Hugo. And Hugo is jealous. And O comes in. He's like this fucking amazing basketball player, okay? Hugo's dad is the coach. So Owen's starting to get all this love and all this support and everything from the team and from the coach, and Hugo gets nothing. Hugo gets put on the back bench, basically. He gets fucking benched. His dad uses him as a decoy, okay, in basketball. So Hugo gets pissed, and then Hugo starts fucking with O. And I mean, he does get somebody to start working with him, okay, Michael. There's Michael that works with him, and there's somebody else who I mean, they're all buddies, right? And he fucks, the way that Hugo fucks with O is it's so, oh my God, it's like your own worst enemy staring you in the face and telling you to do something, and because you don't know that they're your worst enemy and they're coming through sympathetic, they're coming through supportive, they're coming through on your side, you take that advice and they're like, ha, I just killed you, right? It's like your own best friend becoming your worst enemy. Okay, that's what I'm getting with this girl with the snake, this cassette. They've become such an interference in your life, and it's all over outdated thinking. So this outdated thinking, you could be, actually, what I think is going to kill this person is that they're going over and over and over events in their head. And by going over events in your head all the time, right? You either are doing that because you're trying to figure out the silver lining, or you're trying to figure out the ending. Like, I don't know if you want to hear another movie. It's called The Secrets That We Keep. And it's with an actor called Joel Kinnaman. And he's, this woman, okay, finds him after the war and realizes that he's a German soldier that raped her and her family. And she keeps replaying the event in her head. For 20 years, she replays this event over in her head. They were ambushed in the middle of the night. Her family was a group of gypsies. They were ambushed in the middle of the night. They were right on the border. They were about to get free, and these German soldiers caught them in the middle of the night, raped them, beat them, and shot them all and left them to die. So this woman for 20 years has been replaying these events in her head. And then all of a sudden she hears this German soldier, okay, that she heard 20 years ago when she was 16, whistle for his dog. She turns around and she knows that that's him by a whistle. And I don't know if you ever watch SVU, Special Victims Unit. Kids will always tell you they will remember certain things. They'll remember eyes. They'll remember, a lot of women actually that I've watched interviews with will remember the voice. If they don't remember what somebody looks like, they will remember the voice. And that's a very powerful thing. Like, you should watch that movie, The Secrets That We Keep, because you don't think it's going to end the way that it ends. Oh, it's got that guy in it from the Mandy Project too. The doctor guy that Mandy falls in love with, Danny, it's got him in it too. And I was really like impressed that he chose this role, because I think it's an award-winning movie. It's such a great movie, but it's the secrets that you keep. And like, her husband has no idea. I'm not going to tell you the great part of the story, but a whistle made this woman remember. And then he put the pieces together for her because she couldn't figure out the end of what happened that night. Okay, so I think this person is replaying events over and over and over in their head because they remember what they did to you a different way. Okay, so say you were molested, say you were abused, say you were locked in a room. What this person did to you, okay, they remember as, well, my child, he was a little bastard. I had to lock him up all the time. Or when we had these times together, that was our time together. He wasn't supposed to see that as sexual. It wasn't. You know, they will replay these things in their head because they're the enemy, right? They're the ones that did something. Whereas a kid who remembers the events basically in chronological order, although some things are left blank. Because when a child suffers something, or when an adolescent suffers something, or you know, in your 20s or 30s, you repress it. Right? You hide it behind this huge fucking wall because you don't know how to deal with it right away. Until you learn how to deal with it, then you'll smash that wall down and take what you've been hiding back. Okay, but this person, okay, and that's the thing with evil people, right? And like cold case files, if you ever watch, when suddenly 40 years later they catch the bastard and the guy goes, why didn't you catch me 40 years ago? Right? Because they know what they did, but because the law let them get away with it and didn't catch them, they thought that what they did was okay because they weren't caught. Okay? So, my cards, okay, gave to me for this person with the snake, we got Shattered, we've got Pandora, we've got Fighting, and we've got Deadline. So this person has a deadline. And the thing is once they open up the box to what they did, and you know what? Actually, I had this vision today, and it was of my parents, and this like game show host was standing in front of them, and I guess they had died in that dream realm or whatever. And the talk show host said, okay, I'm going to show you a reenactment of what your daughters went through growing up. And then I'm going to show you the real people behind the movie and what really happened. And my parents had to watch a reenactment, and they were bawling their eyes out, and they were told, like, these are actors, okay? These are actors, okay? They didn't actually go through this. My parents were bawling their eyes out, and they go, by the way, that was a reenactment from your daughters. So now you're going to watch what your daughters went through as children. And they were pissed off. They wanted to watch the actors in the movie. They didn't want to give any credit to that being my sister and I, because all they've ever done is watch actors, okay? Actors. So coming back to this, right? I feel like when you die, okay, the universe shows you everything that's happened in your life. The things that you chose to walk away from, the things that you chose to steal, right? The answers that you refused to give people when their life was on the line. Things like that. You have to go through your karma. You have to go through the list of shit that you did, good and bad, whether anybody likes it or not. That's the way that I feel like shit happens. You don't got to believe me. I don't really care, okay? You've got your own ideas. I got mine, okay? But seeing that image of my parents going through that, I was like, okay, so they have to replay this, which means eventually the truth gets told to everybody, which is this Pandora's box. You have to understand, when you choose to open up the box of unanswered questions of unanswered questions, you're going to get a lot of things that you didn't want to hear, and a lot of things you weren't expecting, and a lot of shocks, and a lot of woes, and a lot of things that become shattered. Okay? Can you put them back together? Absolutely. Is it going to be the same? No. Okay? So, with the fighting, I feel like this person, okay, not only is fighting the people around them, okay, but they're also fighting with themselves. So because this enemy is fighting with himself or herself, they're fighting with the ones around them. And what happens when you cause fights around you? A lot of anxiety happens. And what happens? Heart attacks, right? Strokes. People pass out, right? Things happen. They drive and they're all pumped up, all that adrenaline, and they drive over a cliff, right? They get overly cocky on being underly cautious, right? It's like accidents can happen to people in the heat of the moment. Okay, so I feel like this is in the heat of the moment. This person makes some decisions, and those decisions cause them to fly off the rail, which then cause them to seize no more. Ooh, that was a good reading. Like, nothing like a good pedo getting killed, you know? Okay, so we're going to talk about Must Be the Money. Oh, man, I was singing that song yesterday. Hey, must be the money. Oh, no. 3 women in the boat with the goldies. Oh, why do I feel this way? Hey, must be the money. If you want to go and get high with me, smoke ill in the back of the benzine. I don't think that's the right words. Okay, let's see. What are we going to talk about? Money. Who's this for? Cancer. That's right. Ooh. Page of Pentacles. We're talking about money. That's a bitch that you want around. Here we go. 5 of Pentacles. Or 5 of Swords. I'm sorry. 8 of Swords. Pegasus. Ooh, there's the devil himself. I knew he was going to be showing his ugly ass face in this fucking reading. Somewhere, anyways. Okay, then we got the High Priestess. You know, sometimes I do feel like money can be held back from you if there's something on you that's not going to allow you to spend money properly, right? Why would you want money in your life if you've got a demonic attachment that's going to steal it? I'd rather wait for the ugly ass detachment to leave in order to get my inheritance. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, Cerberus. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. Oh, ooh, and the Fool, and the Six of Cups, something from the past. Okay, a lot of Queens coming up. There is quite a lot of people up in this bitch, okay? Now, talking about money, that's the bottom of the deck. I'm going to leave that for a second. Talking about money, we got the Page of Swords with the Page of Pentacles. So we got two ideas. We got Cerberus here with the Gates of Judgment, okay? Somebody is watching your gates, or you're watching the gates from now on. You're not just letting anybody come through, okay? Because they say that they got an ID pass, or they say that they're allowed. You're like, you just stole my money. You're not allowed anywhere near me, okay? So we get this, we raise something from the dead that's been dormant for a long time, okay? We're not sure if it's going to work, but we're pretty sure it's going to work, okay? Moving into turning your back. Oh my God, I never even noticed the Five of Swords with the Five of Pentacles. So boom. Some phase ends right there, okay? It's the summoning of something and turning your back on something. So no longer being that overly protective or cautious. You're turning your back to the bullshit problems and the bullshit secrets and the ways of doing things that you did behind you, okay? New ways of doing things. Queen of Cups with the Eight of Pentacles, victoriously rising, okay? Sorry, Eight of Swords with the Queen of Cups. I probably didn't say that right at all. Eight of Swords, releasing, okay? It's like Pegasus rides the Queen of Cups past the demon, okay? So we've got the demon and the Ten of Swords. It's not very nice looking, okay? It's like trying to pass somebody else's gates, okay? And that griffin is staring at you, but you've got something to lift you over. This is really hard to describe what I'm seeing in my head right now. It is like, the only way that I can describe this is the never-ending story. When at the end he meets, what do they call that? The Oracle? The big blue figurines with the titties? Oh, right? Half women, half lionesses, I think. Something like that. Or half griffins. I'm not quite sure what they are, but I think they're half women, half lion. Anyway. Right? And Atreyu runs through and he makes it. Okay, that's what I feel like. I feel like Pegasus, okay, that's what Pegasus does. Pegasus rides you through battle, okay? He helps people in battle, okay, who are trapped in situations. And so I feel like this Queen of Cups jumps on Pegasus and rides him past the Oracle, okay? Because at this point in time, it's so fucking arrogant to be standing in front of you going, please tell us how you're going to pass this. Please tell us what you're going to do. Please tell us what the answer is. And you're like, I don't got to give you nothing. I'm not giving you anything. I'm not giving you any fucking answers anymore, okay? So then we move to the High Priestess and the Queen of Pentacles. So this feminine energy, okay, that I'm picking up on that's riding victoriously through this reading, okay, is picking up on the journey, okay? Picking up on how difficult their life has been and how awful these obstacles have been that they've had to get over, okay? And finally, the end obstacle that could technically kill you, you get flown over because the world is like, I'm not going to put you through one more situation where we feel like we could lose you, okay? And Queen of Pentacles, so you know that this new way of doing things, that whatever is coming through your life, that there is some protection here, and all this protection wants to do is make sure that you're grounded, Okay, that's it. And not grounded to the point where you can't lose your house, or you can't leave your house, or you can't leave your bedroom. Grounded to the point that you are grounded in your thoughts. You're grounded where you are. You feel safe. You feel stable. You feel secure. As anybody would as a tree. Can you see that? Kind of awful lighting. I'm picking up the glare on everything. But the Queen of Pentacles in this deck is a tree, okay? She's got vines hanging from her, and she's got flowers hanging from her. Her roots are all grown, and it's like, she's stable. Ain't nothing gonna move her now, okay? And then, boom, we enter Frankenstein, which is the Nine of Pentacles. That Frankenstein, it's creating something to make you something, okay? So what this Frankenstein is doing, actually, is he looks like he's just woken up, okay? He looks like he's just woken up, and he's still chained up, though. He's all chained up to that thing, but his arms are loose. So if his arms are loose, he's going to get out of everything else. Okay? And his hands are out, which means all he's going to do is take. I don't know if you've ever watched the movie. Again, here's another movie. It's called Land. And it wasn't written by her, but it was directed by Robin Wright. And she actually is in the movie. She's the main star of it. And there's this part of the movie where she meets this gentleman, and he really helped her to survive. And she goes to say goodbye to him, and he gives her his iPod, and he goes, I really want you to have my iPod. And she takes it, and he goes, here you go, take. And then she goes, and there you are, give. It's an incredible movie. It's about survival beyond, and about hitting your physical limit and going beyond, and knowing that there's way more to life than what advertisements and newspapers and people around you try to say. And the reason why she does what she does is because she is so broken. She can't be around people anymore because people want her to be okay. They just want her to be healed and back on her feet. And what people don't realize, that are walking around thinking that healing is so easy, that if you've suffered something, you could heal with it for the rest of your life. There is no healing cap on something. There is no, you will be better in a couple years, right? You'll get better every day that comes, but then you're going to get hit with an awful day. Like I had an awful morning this morning, and my sister got really worried about me, and I know that I have bad days, because everybody has bad days. And if you can't give yourself that time to have a bad day and get over it and get better and move to the next day, then you're not really allowing yourself to feel or to live. Right? You have to allow yourself to feel, which is probably why you're figuring out another way to raise the dead. You're figuring out another way to do something and to incorporate yourself, so then you're not like everyday society, so then you can stand comfortably and securely in this world, knowing that just because you didn't make the same decisions that everybody else did, it doesn't mean that you can't survive. Right? And then look at this. We got the Fool, we got the Page of Swords, we got the Two of Wands, and we've got the Hierophant. So now we've got the High Priestess and the Hierophant. So we've got both beautiful energies here. And the Headless Horseman, I was just thinking about him today. He's one of 4 of the Apocalypse. Okay, so the Headless Horseman, he's out there seeking revenge. And this Two of Wands, they're working in their element. And this Hierophant is summoning what he needs. So this new beginning that's coming after the world, no, I can't even say the world, after energy tries to stop you again, lifts you up and out of harm's way and back on the road again, and puts you into a place, into an element where you can summon everything you need once again. Which includes money, which includes stability, which includes security, right? Like your active revenge, which you deserve to have, okay, that rides your horse forward, that rides your chariot forward, okay, gets given this new way of life, this new plan, because somebody's watching your gates. And whoever's watching your gates knew that you weren't ready to cross over. That this isn't time to cross over for you. It's the same with Land. Robin Wright, she is dying. And this guy goes, I know you think that you want to starve to death because it's an easy way to die, but anybody who has starved Okay, I've starved, I've been homeless. You do not want to starve to death. It's torturous, okay? It's not, you don't die quickly, okay? It's a very slow, painful process, okay? Starving to death. So this person, okay, you might have had something that was starving you to death, okay? And now that you have orchestrated your own Frankenstein, okay, you've put together your own course now to move forward, that the universe is like, the only way that you can do it is if you get past the oracle, is if you get past the one thing that wants to kill you one last time. I hope this makes sense. I hope this helps. This was a fucking heavy reading. Like, I have a feeling I'm just going to put on a movie now and maybe have a bath. Whoa. Thanks, Cancer. Peace out.